Having the right resources available is very important to become successful. Here at HCC, they have the tools in place for students to achieve their goals. Recently, HCC made upgrades to better their students' chances of success. I sat down with Bill Horde, and he shares HCC's latest addition.
It started in 2010. The City of Houston Public Library initiated the idea for a grant, federal grant, to provide broadband access to populations that didn't have access to the internet and other kinds of electronic information services. So they got Houston Community College involved. We're happy to be involved, and in the broadband technology opportunity, just this year, in the past year, we've started fulfilling our part of the grant, which is to acquire about 400 netbook computers, HP minis, that we're checking out to currently enrolled HCC students. We've also, as part of the grant, HCC committed to adding $100,000 for electronic resources that will be accessible through these grant netbooks, but also through any computer and through either on campus or belong to HCC student or faculty when they're off campus as well. The main aim there was to get more portable systems. So they chose netbooks. Some of the libraries in Houston Public use iPads and other tablets. At HCC, we made the decision to go with netbooks, primarily because they're portable, easy for students to handle, and affordable. They're checked out for a week at a time, only 1 week, but students can renew them as long as they need. So if a student started at the beginning of a regular semester, 16-week semester, and checked one out, they'd be allowed to keep it for all 16 weeks if they wanted to. The netbooks have Microsoft Office installed, so they're ready for word processing, they're ready for creating PowerPoints. They have browsers, Firefox, Internet Explorer, and Chrome, which Chrome is nice because it updates Flash. If you've ever watched video on the web, you've used Flash, and there are some devices, and Flash has to be updated fairly frequently, but Chrome automatically updates, so that's good. So that's ready to watch video, or whether it's part of your class or part of your research, if you're looking in NBC Learn, for example. So it has a good amount of software on it ready to go, so we think they'll be very useful to students. It's set up with a student login, so the student, when they check it out, they have a student login, so they can't install programs on the netbook. I suppose if it became obvious that we needed a certain program installed that wasn't installed on there, we would install it on all of them. But students individually won't be able to install programs. Also, students are going to be doing work on there, and they'll be able to save their work on the netbook and so forth. When they return it, we advise them to clean off all their personal stuff, but we also run a cleaning program which cleans their files off of the netbook so somebody else won't have access to that kind of thing. All their logins and all that stuff will be cleaned up before we check it out to anyone else. So this is a first for us to loan out this kind of equipment to students. Students seem to be very receptive to it. We've checked out a number of them. We'd like to check out more. The grant gives us 60 netbooks here at the Stafford campus and 99 over at West Loop. So we really have a lot of them to check out. And we've been checking out, I think the most we've had checked out at one time is around 5 or 6. So we'd love to check out a lot more.
For more information about the library and the resources available, log on to www.hccs.edu, then click on the Library tab. For HCC Beat, I'm Derek Hall.